What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you with another episode today. So, let's talk about cards just going all around the market. Money market watch is usually reserved for cards that have any kind of meta influence. And this is what I like to do on Money market watches as Yu-Gi-Oh players coming off from locals throughout the weekend and, bigger events. But being the fact that we're in a dead season, there's not many bigger events. There's only locals. But we are getting ready for the UDS coming up in a couple of weeks. Regional season starts within a month away. The new regional season starts. And of course, we got Yu-Gi-Oh players going on all around locals, playing all kinds of decks. And I think that as Yu-Gi-Oh players put their chips on their decks of what they're going to play, getting ready for the end of August when regional season starts, it's really keen to know the cards are going up in value. They're not going up in value because they're just magical. They're going up in value because Yu-Gi-Oh players are trying to get these cards for these decks to play in events. Cards like Swap Frog, which has a $90 price point, higher than its $82 market price, and looking over here, you can see it easily around $90. Well, what decks use this card? We can say, the Swap Frog deck that uses all the trash, which is totally awesome, and yeah, that would be right in any other time in history, except not now. More than likely, it's being used because of Marincess. Marincess are good might see meta play, and the reason we know it might see meta play because Swap Frog is going up in value. Then again, it could be collectors, could be artificial buyout, could be all these reasons, but I think it's kind of to do with Yu-Gi-Oh players getting ready to play Marincess. Now, do I think Marincess will have a chance this whole meta season? No. If you're looking to play Marincess and you're going to regionals, you're Mr. Buy. You're just handing them out to everybody because nobody's gonna take you seriously. You play any kind of dragon variant, most notably Dragon Spit, Crusader Guard Dragons, or even Pure Thunder Dragons, you're going to have a really tough problem. And I think that even though I like Marincess a lot, it's only going to be good around October 25th when the new set comes out. So please keep that in mind if you're looking to grab like Swap Frogs. Also, a little fun fact, we have a ban list around October, which coincides with the new set release. So Swap Frog can get hit in the ban list. So your $90 Swap Frogs, if you're holding 3 of them, you're holding 3 $90 grenades that go up in your face at any time. Pins pulled, boys. Up next, let's talk about Rising Rampage. And the fact that this card's value of the prismatics has been everywhere except up. When Apollousa the Bow of the Goddess first came out, it was around 500. Went down to 400, around 420, back up to 500 again. We're looking at right now, the market price is 310, but we are seeing it hit about $350 in the market. Once again, still higher than the market price, but lower overall. And I think that's kind of interesting to note when we're looking at this card. It's gonna be a good card. It's gonna have value, no questions. But do you really think Rising Rampage is not gonna get pulled anymore? Yu-Gi-Oh players gonna run crazily to this set to buy as many boxes as they can to pull cards like Apollousa Bow of the Goddess, because Yu-Gi-Oh players want to have the chance to pull the prismatic secret rares. Well, what's that gonna do to regular secret rares? Let's put our thinking caps on. If we have prismatic secret rares and everyone's going crazy for those, obviously the value's going down because people are pulling them and listing them because they want to get that money. What's gonna happen to regular secret rares? Oh, this is a hard one, V. Oh my god. I'm gonna guess, and I could be wrong, but I'm not. The value's going down secret rares, which is great for everybody else. Everyone goes for higher value cards, secret rares are easy to attain, and everyone's kind of happy. And I really wish Konami did this earlier with cards like Boris Sword, or Infinite Impermanence, or Sky Sugar Mobilizing Gauge, which will give Yu-Gi-Oh players a chance to get the good cards, just not the prismatic secret ones. Nevertheless, I do think Prismatic Secret's amazing looking. As a rarity whore, I need this, and it's annoying that I don't have this yet, but inevitably, I will have it. If I bought it when it came out with $500, I'd be holding $150 less in value on the same card. Think of it that way. And that's what's going to continue to happen with Prismatic Secret Rares. As people keep going and hitting me up on Facebook or asking around on locals, the value is going to go down. As long as first edition is in print, this value goes down. That's it. It's non-negotiable. We're not talking about maybe. The value goes down as long as first edition is in print. And maybe a little bit afterwards as stores and big box stores still have first edition of Rising Rampage. I don't want to hear conversations in which Yu-Gi-Oh players told me or anybody else, well, the value might stabilize. Listen, Marvin, who paid $250 for Apollousa Bow of the Goddess, you're not going to maintain that value. We can talk about afterwards, after a couple of sets afterwards, can it go up in value? I would totally be on your side. Right now, you're wrong. And I got a couple of comments when I first did that video about this card. So not that I'm a little teed off, I'm just a little bit upset. I'm not mad, I'm just upset. Moving forward, look at cards like Wind the Charmer Verdant, $170 market price. We're seeing about $160. Marincess Seahorse is a card I kind of want. I personally am going to be playing Marincess when the new set comes out. Looks kind of fun to me. Looking at Marincess Seahorse has $147 market price. $175. After that, hits about 180s. Then it's gonna go quickly to about $200 for Marincess Seahorse. Now, this is gonna go lower in value, so just keep an eye on this. That's what it is. You get places watching Marincess very cautiously. Once again, looking at the OC stuff that's out, looking at the bands that we're gonna be getting. You players have pretty much figured it out. Marincess looks like a pretty good deck. We could all be wrong, but it could be like Ultigeist. When Ultigeist first came out, nobody cared about it. They got Multi-Faker, instantly a good deck. I think that's going to happen with Marincess. I could be wrong as well, but that's what it's looking like. And you guys keeping a keen eye on this card because they want to give a place to the Prismatic Seahorses, and I don't blame them whatsoever. Storm Dragon Return, though, the card doesn't really see much play. $75 market price. The market price is barely holding on to that at $74 under. And then you got Apollousa Bowl of the Gods, the card in which, if you're looking to play any kind of variant of combo, Dragon Spit, Pendulum Magicians, Thunder Dragons, any of that variant, you might want to consider grabbing Apollousa Bowl of the Gods, but not just yet. Look at the market price, it's roughly around $56, and we're seeing it here in the market for about $56. Apollousa Bowl of the Gods is not going to hold this price point. It's going to go lower and lower. And unlike his Prismatic friends, it'll get an unlimited version, which will drag the price of first edition version lower in value. Now the question is, how low? The question also, the other question is this going to see a lot of meta play? We don't know the values of that. We don't know if it's going to see meta play, but we do know the price is going to continue to go lower. And then we'll talk about coming in and grabbing one of these, because I would love to have one of these. Probably a Prismatic, but if I can't get a Prismatic, it's still around 300. It's not bad, you know, second place. Looking at Marine Corps Anemone, the current market price of this card is roughly around $24. A little bit higher at $26. Don't fret, it goes lower in value. Everything here, Secret Rare, goes lower. I'm not even going to continue to guesstimate as far as value, because they just go down. Get out! Had a $14 market price. We're seeing it here at $13. I like the card a lot, but without any good control deck, besides Gruul control that might side deck this, we don't have any control decks that can really utilize this. And I think that's the problem with this card currently right now. And then you have Marincess Marble Rock, currently around $12. I'm really weird with the Marincess. I don't know how many to get, and I would love to know in the comment section below if you guys can help me out with that. What Marincess should we get 2 each Link and 3 Seahorse, or tell me the ratios? I would love to know. But anyway, guys, if you want to support the channel, please make sure to click in the description. It has my TCG player link. It helps support the channel. It helps gather better equipment for my channel. I'm pointing to my mic, which you can't see off screen. It helps it a lot. Also, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment in the video about this, because I really don't know. Marincess, Link Monsters, do we get 2 each or 3 each? It's kind of hard to tell right now. Moving forward, oh, by the way, Seahorse, $10. It's just Marincess hyped off the weekend, so you players get excited for Marincess. Fortunately, the Everett's going to continue to drop down in value. Blue Slug is about $6. Gizmek going under $7. Shaving the Tenya is still around $7, which is kind of weird. I wonder if this card's going to see any meta play. At $7 for an ultra rare, that's not, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen any decks that really feature this card, but okay. Which got the Golem Aruru is about $6. Romulus is currently around $5. I was really shocked. I thought this was going to be the Dingirsu of the set. But no, we're not seeing that happen right now, actually. We're seeing it go down to $5. Tanking in value, which is really weird. And Capsule kind of is about $3.50. And the thing about Capsule is I kind of want this card to be good. Am I alone in this? I just want it to be good. There's nothing, besides the thing like Shadows, I think this card can be good with, but even then, if you open it, it's a brick. So I'm kind of in a weird position with this card. Let me know what you guys think. Infinite Impermanence from Duel was actually going up in value. Shocker, actually. With a $39 market price, Infinite Impermanence is going to be hitting around $40. And the reason why, obviously, is because of regional season, and because of the YCS, and because of World Celebration. You can play just gathering the decks back up again, getting the boys back together. And that's why we're seeing Infinite Impermanence go up in value. Potter's Eyes used to go up in value, but now why would it need to go up in value if we're getting a new OTS Ultimate Rare coming out soon? August 15th, I think it comes legal. $24 value for Cigarette Potted Desires, and we look at name and first editions, it's $13. This card was hitting some pretty crazy numbers, now going back down to value. So if you want Cigarette Potted Desires, wait a little bit, Ultimate's coming out, and then we're going to be listing a Cigarette version of this card. Dingirsu is also going down in value, what with its Ultimate Rare reprint as well, coming out in the new OTS pack. $22 for Dingirsu. Neomint says, under 20. I think Orcus still have a chance. I think Orcus is still a great deck. I absolutely think Orcus is going to be a tier 1 deck. I'm really interested to see if Orcus is going to evolve into this new kind of deck, because it needs to, obviously. But looking at Dingirsu, Even though I think Orcus is gonna be good, this is gonna go down because the OTS Ultimate Rare is what Yu-Gi-Oh players are gonna want to have. Max rarity for competitive Yu-Gi-Oh players. And if we're talking about max rarity, let's talk about Galatea, the Orcus Automation, a card which has a $32 market price. Looking at it, it's stabilizing at $32. Now, imagine this. You get Dingerus Ultimate Rares. Orcus still gonna be shown as a tier 1 deck in the regional circuits, YCS, or whatever you have you. What happens to Galatea in OTS 1 Pack 10, in which Yu-Gi-Oh players can now longer get at their OTL stores? I'm gonna guess it goes up in value. This card is going to spike in value soon, so keep an eye on this card, because once again, if Orcus die out, this card dies. This card depends on whether the deck is gonna be meta relevant or not. That's why I'm really keeping an eye on Galatea, and I think you should as well. Looking at Boruto Dragon from Cybernetic Horizon, market price of this card around $40, but yeah, maybe unlimited for $42. First edition is also roughly around $43 for a Boruto Dragon. It's going up in value, and obviously, once again, a lot of these are regional season kind of decks. Looking at the Bowser Legends version, is also going up in value, hitting about almost near $40 for the Bowser Legends version, which has a $32 market price. Speaking of Bowser Legends, looking at this set, Black Luster Soldier is going down in value. It was roughly around 34, so you're seeing it now hit about 30s. Engage is stabilizing around 18-ish. Amirage stabilizing also around $12. Lamba around 7s. And you might need Lamba if you're looking to play combo decks. It's a light target that points exactly the zones you need. Lamba, Lamphosaurus, if you're looking to play any kind of combo environment of the new Dragon Spit. Sky Striker, Mecha Wood Anchors around 6. And then, I mean, everything else for the most part in Bowser Legends Heroes Revenge is just stabilizing. That's what we're seeing here. Next, Danger Nessie. Now, I still think Danger Bigfoot's card we're going to keep into consideration and look at. But looking at Danger Nessie, it has a $32 market price, and unlimited light plates around 37s, and the mints coming in at roughly around $40, higher than its current market price. It's really weird dance we're doing with Danger Nessie, and any of these Danger cards, if you think about it. Because with the Danger cards, they can easily get a reprint in the end of August. Which for OTS stores, I think it's a day or two before regional seasons in the new Gold series, which can reprint the Danger cards. So you have a $40 Nessie today. In a month from now, it could be a $20 Nessie, and even then it's not selling. Looking at other cards like Danger Bigfoot, and the rest of Danger's not holding much value. They're stabilizing, if not lower in some cases. Danger Bigfoot currently has a $13 market price. We're seeing around $13 or $14, which isn't that big of a spike for this card. And I wonder what's really going to happen with Cybernetic Horizon, Danger Monsters, or any Danger Monsters in particular, with Gold Series, and what gets printed and what doesn't get printed. Because what doesn't get printed in Gold Series is going to be the money card for the Dangers. Next, Boruto Savage Dragon with a current price point of $30. This card is actually roughly around $31. Namemints also stabilizes roughly around $31 as well. This card might see some play, obviously, and if it does, well, money, and money. Look at that Boruto Savage Dragon came out in Savage Strike, which we know isn't in the Megatins, as well as other great cards like Phantasme, Pot of Extravagance. If you hold anything from Savage Strike that's value, which, by the way, there's a ton of. Once again, Phantasme, Pot of Extravagance, Boruto Savage Dragon. If you hold these cards, you're in a good spot because none of these cards have gotten a reprint. We don't know any reprint announcements, and we just got one reprint set. We're about to get another reprint set. I don't think Konami's gonna go, okay, here's a third reprint set again. I don't think it's gonna happen. So these are gonna be most likely the money cards. Moving forward, World Legacy Guard Dragon. Look at that. Came out in Savage Strike. Kind of weird trend. $8 market price. The card unlimited is roughly around 8, and the mints are roughly under $9 for World Legacy Guard Dragon. This card's around 5s forever, and now it's starting to see some kind of meta play. And, well, as far as the OCG, and I think that's going to reflect here in the TCG as well. Then we have Mystical Space Typhoon. Has nothing to do with meta. $55 market price, and we're seeing roughly around $55 for this card. I just really want to emphasize the fact that if you can get this card, because the price point of this card can only go up. Ultimate Rare MST staple, seriously, it's $55 is a lot of money, but it's going to go higher in value. Then we have number 10 Illuminite Ultimate Rare, dollar market price, you say? It's roughly around $26. And by the way, it's me over here in Insomnia TCG for anyone that keeps asking. There's my online shop for my store. 98.7% feedback. That's because 1.3%, am I doing math right? 1.3% is on Happy Magic customers. I wish I could be joking with you. All my negativity and my thing, if I'm not mistaken, is Magic customers. Magic people just hate me. But yeah, no, $26 is a really cheap deal for a card that had a market price of $1. So it reads 3 level 4 monsters. Once return, you can attach with material, send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and draw a card. This card's terrible. It's terrible. It came out full-time Shockwave as Ultimate Rare. To be honest with you, it's just not worth it. The fact that it's this amount of money is laughable. It's obviously, to me, it looks like an artificial buyout, but I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. If you're looking to play speed duels, which I recommend you get in on it now, the values are kind of cheap and can go higher. Now, I'm not a big connoisseur of Duel Links, but I kind of keep up with the meta a little bit. And I know one of the decks in Duel Links is that Ritual Fairy deck, the Ben 10 Fairy deck, which I already forgot the name already. But nevertheless, it's gonna be it's a meta deck in Duel Links, and it might come back. It was actually hitting a ban. It had a lot of things happening with that deck. Okay, speed duels is almost a reflection of Duel Links to an extent. Looking at speed duels, well, there's certain cards you might want to get up now because they're kind of cheap. Cards like Spear Karibo with a $14 market price, we're seeing actually roughly around $13. Keep an eye on that one. Sonic Bird, remember the Ritual deck? You're going to want to grab this card. The value is stabilizing roughly around $8. Sends you up to 1,000 hands on the card. That's under $4 in value. Once again, you're going to want to grab these cards, speed duels. And before you go, Speedo players are not like us Yu-Gi-Oh players. We're better than them. You're probably right. But in value-wise, you're completely wrong. Let me explain. Speed duels, for the most part, don't have much value. Like, the most expensive card is probably Spear Karibo in the deck that's being seen meta play. With that said, there's other cards that have value, like the Speed Duel promo packs, the OTS packs, Tournament Pack 1s. These have values. Riders Black Dragon actually went down a little bit, $75. It's currently $55 because it's not seeing meta play. Dark Magician, $60. This is gonna go high. These are gonna go high because they're, collector's cards, by the way. A little fun fact about that. And before you go, why is Speed Duel cards gonna be collector's cards? Let me explain. Not many stores got Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Very few stores got Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. So if you're holding a Speed Duel Ultra Rare card, Tournament Pack 1, gonna be value. And let me flip it on you again. Go to look at all the Tournament Pack 1 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, like the first Tournament Pack 1 cards, and see their value. These are going to have value, no question in my mind. And if I was you, I'd be racing to grab these Speed Duel cards because this is great future value. People watch my channel and go, V, what's the best value around? Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. Not even a maybe in my mind, it's the best future value. Once again, Riders Black Dragon, Dark Magician, these are money cards. Blue Eyes White Dragon with a $60 market price, going to $73 is value. Relinquish, $47, cards currently at $60. Yeah, Harbor Lady Sisters, $40. Gatekeeper's Oracles are actually funny because it has a $45 market price. We're seeing it here roughly around $25. But Gravekeepers is arguably the best deck in Speed Duel meta. So if you're looking to play Gravekeepers, you might want to play. I mean, you're looking to play Speed Duels, you might want to play Gravekeepers because Oracles. I think the deck plays 2. You can play 3, but really you play 2, and you got a max rated Gravekeeper deck. Other cards like super rare cards like Dark Magician Girl have a $6 market price. Yeah, it's a little under its $8 market price. The real price is $6, but I still think it's a great card. Looking at Black Illusion Ritual, it's dirt cheap, and Tuesday Book. All these cards are just dirt cheap right now, but they're all iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And one thing about collectors they love is iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I definitely recommend you keep an eye on Speed Duels. If you want to play Speed Duel locals, just pay for entry, grab the OTS packs. They give you 2 of them, by the way, and just dip. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're just getting value. You're getting future value that you need to take care of because it will spike high. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below, and support the channel by clicking on the TCG player link and buying some cards for yourself. Anyway, this is your boy V, and you guys have a great day.